Why Stoicism still matters today. Picture this. You're on your way to work. Your inbox is already full before you even sit down. A colleague took credit for your idea in a meeting, and to top it off, traffic made you late. Again. Now pause. What if you could navigate all of this chaos without losing your cool, without spiraling into frustration or anxiety? What if, in the middle of life's daily messes, you could still feel calm, focused, and even fulfilled? That, in essence, is what Stoicism offers. But let me be clear, this isn't about becoming emotionless or indifferent. Stoicism, often misunderstood, is about cultivating inner strength, clarity, and peace by recognizing what we can control and letting go of what we can't. And in today's fast-paced, pressure-packed world, the wisdom of ancient Stoic thinkers like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius is more relevant than ever. Over the next several thousand words, I'll break down 11 powerful Stoic principles, not just repeating what the philosophers said, but weaving in modern applications, real-life stories, and personal insights. These aren't just theories. They are tools I've tested, stumbled over, and come back to, time and time again. 1. Control what you can, release what you can't. Stoicism begins here. Epictetus famously said that happiness and freedom begin with understanding one principle. Some things are within our control, and others are not. Let me tell you about Clara, a software project manager I worked with. She used to obsess over team performance metrics and upper management's unpredictable changes. It made her tense, frustrated, and anxious. Once she embraced the core Stoic idea of separating what she could influence from what she couldn't, everything shifted. She focused on her own communication, time management, and ability to support her team. She still encountered challenges, but now she faced them with clarity, not chaos. Reflection. Ask yourself every morning, what is within my control today? Then pour your energy into those things. Let the rest go. 2. Prepare for adversity, the Stoic practice of negative visualization. Modern psychology calls it defensive pessimism. The Stoics had it first. They recommended mentally rehearsing challenges before they happen. I used to think this was morbid, like inviting bad luck. But then I tried it. Before a high-stakes business pitch, I visualized the projector failing, the internet cutting out, even a client walking out. And then I prepared for each. When minor hiccups did happen, I handled them calmly. No panic, no deer in headlights. Practice. Each week, imagine something going wrong. Not to live in fear, but to be ready. Master your attention. Seneca warned, life is long if you know how to use it. We live in the noisiest era in history. Notifications, emails, updates, all clawing at our attention. But attention is the new currency of productivity. A Stoic mind knows how to say no to distraction and yes to deep focus. Here's my trick. I start every day with a single handwritten note. What deserves my full attention today? Just that one question helps filter the noise. Tool. Try time blocking your day like a Stoic. Give each task your full, undivided focus. It's not easy, but it's transformative. 4. Do the hard thing first, aka eat the frog. Mark Twain once said, if it's your job to eat a frog, do it first thing in the morning. Marcus Aurelius put it differently. Obstacles are the way. The idea is simple. Tackle your most difficult, uncomfortable task early, while your willpower is fresh. Personal story. I used to dread writing client reports. I'd delay them, then stress about them all day. Now I eat that frog first. Mornings are for the toughest task. The relief I feel afterward is like lifting a mental weight. Tactic. Identify your daily frog. Slay it before checking email or scrolling anything. 5. Cultivate inner calm in chaos. Chaos is inevitable. Calm is a choice. That's one of Stoicism's most liberating truths. Think of Nelson Mandela. After 27 years in prison, he emerged not bitter, but composed. Why? Because even when robbed of freedom, he maintained sovereignty over his inner life. That's radical Stoicism in action. At work, I once had a project derailed by a teammate's major mistake. Instead of blowing up, I paused, breathed, chose calm. We fixed the issue faster because I kept a level head. Mantra. I cannot control what happens, but I can always control how I respond. 6. Mastering your emotions. The ultimate inner control. One of the most profound teachings of Stoicism is the call to master your emotions. Life will throw countless curveballs, frustrating coworkers, unexpected setbacks, and moments of self-doubt. Yet, The Stoics urge us to recognize that while external events are beyond our control, how we respond emotionally is absolutely within our power. Imagine Sarah, a project manager at a bustling tech startup. One day, after weeks of hard work, her project lead criticizes her efforts harshly in a meeting. It's easy to feel crushed, angry, or defensive, but Sarah remembers a Stoic insight. Emotions are not commands. They are signals. She chooses to pause, breathe, and assess the critique objectively. Instead of lashing out or brooding, she sees the feedback as an opportunity to improve and grow. This choice doesn't just save her from unnecessary stress, it strengthens her leadership and earns respect from her team. In daily life, mastering emotions means recognizing triggers, slowing down our reactions, and responding with intention rather than impulse. It doesn't mean suppressing feelings. Rather, it means not letting feelings dictate our actions destructively. This approach fosters resilience. When faced with criticism, disappointment, or injustice, you develop the ability to maintain calm and clarity, keeping your focus on what truly matters. That's emotional mastery in action, a skill that transforms obstacles into stepping stones. 7. The power of clear focus, cutting through the noise. In today's digital age, distractions abound. Notifications, emails, social media pings. The modern work environment often feels like a battlefield for attention. The Stoics emphasize the importance of focus and clarity in our actions. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If someone is able to show me that what I think or do is not right, I will happily change, for I seek the truth." This openness demands clarity of thought, but achieving it requires eliminating distractions and dedicating oneself fully to the task at hand. Take John, a freelance writer juggling multiple clients. Early on, he found himself overwhelmed, hopping between tasks, answering every message immediately, and struggling to meet deadlines. By adopting a Stoic-inspired practice of single tasking, John began setting defined blocks of time to work without interruption. He turned off notifications and set clear daily goals. The result? His productivity soared, his stress dropped, and his writing quality improved dramatically. The lesson is clear. By consciously managing your focus, knowing what is important, what you can control, and what you must let go, you empower yourself to achieve more with less stress. As Seneca cautioned, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. Focusing your time and energy wisely is the antidote. 8. Embrace obstacles as opportunities. The obstacle on the path becomes the way. Marcus Aurelius's famous phrase captures the essence of Stoic resilience. Instead of viewing challenges as setbacks, the Stoics invite us to see them as essential parts of growth. Consider the story of Lynn, an entrepreneur who launched a small business just before a sudden economic downturn. Many would see this as a disaster. Yet, Lynn chose to approach the crisis with a Stoic mindset. She analyzed what was within her control, cutting unnecessary costs, improving customer relationships, and innovating product offerings. While many competitors faltered, her business adapted and eventually thrived. This lesson teaches us that obstacles are not barriers but catalysts. Each challenge forces us to innovate, adapt, and grow stronger. The adversity itself sharpens our character and resilience. 9. Practice patience and persistence. The long game. Stoicism isn't about quick fixes or fleeting motivation. It's about steady, consistent effort toward personal excellence. The path to mastery, virtue, or success is rarely a sprint. It's a marathon. Take David, who aspired to become a skilled musician. Early in his journey, he struggled with frustration, the slow progress, the mistakes, the countless hours of practice that seemed to yield little immediate reward. By embracing Stoic patience, David committed to daily practice regardless of how he felt. Over time, his skills blossomed, his confidence grew, and his music touched others. In work and life, patience and persistence are invaluable. Success is often about enduring discomfort and monotony for the sake of long-term goals. The Stoics remind us that setbacks are part of the process, not signs of failure. Accept what you cannot change, letting go of resistance. A fundamental pillar of Stoic thought is radical acceptance, understanding and embracing what is outside your control. This doesn't mean passivity, but rather freeing yourself from wasted energy spent on resistance. Picture Maria, a mid-level manager who was passed over for a promotion. Initially, she felt bitter and frustrated. But after reflecting on the Stoic principle, she realized that the decision was beyond her control. Instead of stewing in resentment, Maria focused on what she could influence, improving her skills, mentoring colleagues, and excelling in her current role. Over time, this attitude opened new doors for her. Letting go of resistance doesn't mean giving up on ambition or improvement. It means recognizing when your efforts are futile and choosing to redirect your energy where it truly counts. This mindset reduces anxiety and cultivates peace. 11. Life is short. Live with purpose and meaning. Seneca famously wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." This sobering truth calls us to live intentionally, to imbue every moment with purpose. Imagine James, a corporate executive who realized that despite his success, he felt empty and disconnected. Inspired by Stoic wisdom, he began prioritizing meaningful work and relationships over superficial achievements. He set boundaries to spend quality time with family, volunteered in his community, and sought daily moments of gratitude. His life transformed from one of endless striving to one of deep fulfillment. Living with purpose means aligning your daily actions with your values and long-term vision. It means questioning what truly matters beyond fleeting pleasures or external validation. The Stoics urge us to consider the legacy we leave and to live as if each day were a gift. Stoicism as a living practice in the modern world. Stoicism is not a dusty relic of ancient philosophy, but a vibrant, practical guide for living well today. Its core lessons: mastering emotions, focusing clearly, embracing obstacles, practicing patience, accepting what we cannot change, and living with purpose, resonate across centuries and cultures because they address the universal human condition. In our busy, complex lives, these principles serve as anchors. They remind us to distinguish between what we can and cannot control, to cultivate resilience and clarity, and to pursue virtue over convenience. By weaving these Stoic lessons into your daily routine, you don't just survive life's challenges, you thrive through them. You become the calm in the storm, the steady hand guiding your own destiny. What stories from your life reflect these lessons? How can you begin practicing Stoicism today to unlock greater peace and productivity? Remember, the journey of Stoicism is lifelong, but every step you take toward it shapes a stronger, wiser self.